Hi, I'm Suzanne Wingard, Director of Training for Family Connection of South Carolina. Family Connection is the Parent Training Information Center for South Carolina, and we're also the parent-to-parent affiliate for P2P USA. Today, I also have Zoe, my daughter, presenting with me.
My name is Zoe Wingard. I'm 14 years old. I'm going into the 8th grade. I like to dance, color, watch YouTube, do my diary, and oh, I have Mercer Down syndrome, which makes me awesome.
Today's Wellness Wednesday is the science of happiness through the art of gratitude. Happiness, by definition, is a positive emotional state with feelings of contentment, joy, and well-being. You know, like everything is just right. For some people, it feels like it's natural and easy, almost like it's attached to them. But for other people like me, not so much. There's other emotions that come in and cover up the happiness. And I had to learn strategies on how to move those other emotions out of the way to uncover the happiness. Parenting can be challenging even on the best of days, but parenting a child with special healthcare needs and disabilities, that is a whole new level of complexity. It can provoke different emotions, and for me, it was fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of health issues, fear of safety. In 2003, my husband and I began the medical process of having a baby. After 3 failed IUIs, I was able to get pregnant through in vitro. The doctors would call my pregnancy complicated. I call it eventful. I hemorrhaged from the in vitro procedure during the first week. At 18 weeks, I had a wreck with an 18-wheeler, went into premature labor at 20 weeks, went home on bed rest at 22 weeks, and Zoe had had enough by 36 weeks, and she was born about a month premature. Even though my pregnancy was really eventful, I was so full of happiness. I loved being pregnant. I was so excited about becoming a mom, and I was in control. The day Zoe was born, the happiness started to get covered up by another emotion. I learned the first day about Zoe's suspected Down syndrome diagnosis. The second day, I learned about the holes in her heart that needed surgery. The fear of the unknown began that week. The future that I had dreamed about for my only child completely vanished. I had no idea what to expect with a life with a child with Down syndrome, and I was no longer in control. So what is the science behind happiness? Research has shown that most of our happiness is not determined by genetics, but it comes from our experiences and our day-to-day lives. Happiness can prevent stress, and it also decreases the release of the stress hormone cortisol. A lot of people think that our own emotions only affect ourselves. However, our emotions can actually affect others around us. My fears started to determine the decisions that I was making for Zoe and my family. And those decisions had a direct emotional impact on Zoe that I wasn't even fully aware of. See, Zoe has had over 15 surgeries in 14 years. And that emotional drain actually led to me developing a fear of health issues and how that was going to affect her life. She was also a bit of a flight risk when she was little. Wandering, elopement, and not understanding safety can be common in children with Down syndrome. And there were several times that Zoe was with another caregiver and she got away. And it could have ended really badly if someone had not stepped in. And so the fear of health issues and the fear of safety actually started preventing me from letting go and allowing her to participate in things that her peers were participating in. like sleepovers, camp?
My feelings are happy, sad, mad, angry, fear, and jealous. Because my mom is afraid of me being at camp, I was so emotional that I didn't have the right words to say. I was nervous about what decision my mom was going to make. At first, I didn't want to go to camp because I was worried about doing nightmares. That was not good. Then I felt better. So, the reason she didn't want me to go to camp is because she was so scared. That made me feel super mad. I really wanted to go to camp. I was jealous because other kids have gone to camp without their parents, and I wanted to go to camp, so I got jealous. The reason I wanted to go to camp is because I love sleepovers and dancing and meeting new friends.
And because Zoe expressed such a deep desire to go to camp, I knew that I had to do something to push through this fear of mine to allow her to go. On January 1st of 2020, I had an overwhelming feeling that I needed to take back control of my happiness. And I had read about gratitude journaling and the science behind gratitude combating fear. There is a fact in neurology that the brain cannot be in a state of appreciation and a state of fear at the same time. It can alternate, but it's mutually exclusive. So why can practicing gratitude combat fear? Well, Zoe's going to tell us 3 reasons why.
1. Fear produces negative emotions like anxiety, anger, and worry that can cause fatigue. Gratitude produces positive emotions like joy, happiness, peacefulness that can energize you. Number 2, fear keeps you stuck and limits your choices. Gratitude opens you up for opportunities. Number 3, fear projects you into the future with uncertainty and worst-case scenarios. Gratitude keeps you present in the moment with joy.
Anyone can start the art of gratitude. Start simple, and remember, there's no rules. You can make it your own. It can look like pen to paper journaling.
It could be like paper numbers.
It can look like a series of sketches.
Or practicing mindfulness or meditation.
Just find what you love that gives you peace and a sense of calmness, and then put it into action daily. For me, using a lot of colors and pen to paper journaling brought me the most happiness. And I had to use social media to keep myself accountable. So I would write my journal and then turn around and post it on social media with a picture daily. Also, be realistic in your practice of gratitude. You don't have to do it every single day to be successful. You just need to be consistent to form a habit. So your practice of gratitude could be weekly or just on the weekends, or maybe you do need to do it daily to be consistent. But after you form the habit and you see those positive results, then you can change it to anything that meets your needs. On that first day of January of 2020, I had no idea how significantly important gratitude journaling was going to be, right? And I started to wonder at the beginning, like, how hard is it going to be to come up with something that I was grateful for every single day of that year? And at the beginning, I had to take some extra time each day to think about what made me happy or what I was thankful for. But as the weeks and months progressed, it actually became a lot easier. I was surprised. It became more natural. Some days I would have something small to journal about, maybe like an unexpected phone call or seeing a friend in person in a store. Other days, there was so much to write about. The art of gratitude actually led to a more pro-social focus for me. And pro-social focus is?
Pro-social focus is doing kind acts for other people.
I found that through the year, Zoe and I would talk about how we could become blessings to others through acts of kindness. And using a pro-social focus actually increased my happiness as if I was focusing on personal events or practicing self-care. And then combining a pro-social focus with focusing on self-care and personal events led to an even deeper level of happiness. After gratitude journaling for a full year, I actually saw a life change. I was more in control of my fears. I could recognize what was best for Zoe. I didn't let the fears make the decisions for me. And I was able to let go of the unknown. And even now, when I start to feel anxiety or feel fearful, I will purposefully stop and think about what I am grateful for. And my blood pressure has even decreased. There again?
Science!
And after watching me practice the art of gratitude and learning more about the science of happiness through Girl Scouts, Zoe has embraced the gratitude journaling.
And you can too.